Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for spending some of your evening with us on TCM. Ahead tonight, the back half of a double feature from writer-director Barry Levinson. It's his follow-up to the movie we just had, the Oscar winner for Best Picture in 1988, Rain Man. This one's from TriStar Pictures in 1990, Avalon. Avalon's the third film in what's commonly referred to as Levinson's Baltimore film series. 4 movies Levinson wrote and directed, all set in his hometown of Baltimore, Maryland during his formative years. The series began with Levinson's directorial debut, Diner, from 1982, the story of a group of friends who spend their free time together at a local 24-hour diner, a ritual Levinson himself enjoyed pre-Hollywood. That diner also inspired the second film in the series, Tin Men, from 1987, with Richard Dreyfuss and Danny DeVito. They play shady aluminum siding salesmen, guys inspired by the Damon Runyon-esque salesman Levinson used to see hanging out in that diner. Avalon came next, released in 1990. Then, in 1999, Levinson wrapped up the Baltimore movies with a story about race relations in the late 1950s. That was Liberty Heights, starring Adrian Brody and Ben Foster. Of all the films in the series, Avalon may be the most personal, since it's based on the stories Levinson heard his family tell, detailing their experiences as immigrants coming from Poland to the States, the triumphs and the setbacks that happened as they tried to start a new life in a new country. Story is largely based on Levinson's mother's family. The family in the film even shares his mother's maiden name, Krasinski. Levinson also shot in several locations from his childhood, including his mother's home as a young girl, the same house where Levinson himself grew up. Members of Levinson's real family pepper the cast in bit roles as well. Main cast is made up of some of the finest actors of the era: Aidan Quinn, Kevin Pollak, Elizabeth Perkins, Joan Plowright, Armin Mueller-Stahl, and in the role that is ostensibly a young Barry Levinson, 8-year-old Elijah Wood. Now, somehow, as if time just marches on, Elijah Wood is a successful actor and producer who will be 45 years old in a few weeks. From 1990, here's Barry Levinson's Avalon. As I mentioned before the movie, Avalon was a personal story for writer-director Barry Levinson, based on his family's experiences after immigrating from Eastern Europe. He named the family in the film after his mother's family and shot in a number of real-life locations from his childhood, even hired members of his family to be extras in some scenes. One of those scenes was the grandmother's funeral. Levinson recalled that when shooting it, he went to his family members to tell them what to do when he called action. One of them cut him off and said, "Barry, we know what to do. We were there the first time she had a funeral." By the way, we have writer-director Mel Brooks to thank for Barry Levinson's Baltimore films. Before Levinson began directing movies, he was a screenwriter, and he co-wrote a pair of Mel Brooks comedies, Silent Movie and High Anxiety. Makes a memorable cameo in that one. During the process of writing those films, Levinson would tell Brooks stories about hanging out with his friends at a 24-hour diner back home in Baltimore. Eventually, Brooks told Levinson he should make these stories into a screenplay, and pretty soon, Diner was in production, and Barry Levinson's career as a director was off and running. Coming up, we shift gears for Silent Sunday Night. Jacqueline Stewart hosts a romantic drama written, directed, and produced by Charlie Chaplin, starring Edna Purviance and Adolphe Menjou. A Woman of Paris is next on Turner Classic Movies.
Next on TCM, A Woman of Paris. Then Manila in the Claws of Light. And later, Tuki Buki. TCM travels light tonight.